Hey Lisa,
Yeah, Bethany.
do you know what the time is?
You know what? I know a really fun way we can tell the time. We don't even need a watch.
Really? You can do that?
Yeah. Do you want to see?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Alright, let's go.
Hi kids, I've heard that you've been learning all about shadows. You've learnt what a shadow is, what is needed to make a shadow, and how shadows change. Shadows are dark shapes created when an object blocks out light. Shadows are formed because light does not go around objects and light up areas behind them. No, light travels in straight lines. You've also played games with shadows and noticed lots of different things like the shape of shadows and what they look like in different places and at different times of the day due to the movement of the earth around the sun. We've learned that light is needed to make a shadow, and light can come from different sources. You've been doing lots of demonstrations and investigations to learn how light travels in straight lines through air. Well, now that you know what shadows are and how they work, let's go deeper and look at shadows to tell the time. Come along with me and my trusty friend Lisa on our journey to Mount Annan. Do you want to see a fun way to tell the time without a watch? Come on, I wonder what we'll find.
Oh, wow.
So this is it, Bethany. This is called a sundial, and it uses shadow from the sun to tell the time. They used to use these in the old days to tell the time before they were even watches.
Wow, like just to tell different parts of the day or like when important dates were.
Well, it doesn't do dates, but what it does do
Oh.
is the time of day it is. So it can tell you right down to if it's 2:30,
Yep.
3 o'clock, 4:30, whatever the hour of the day is, as long as there's sunlight, it can tell you what the time is.
Wow, and because this metal part is opaque, then when the sun hits it, it can't go through it. So on this side, it casts a shadow.
Yeah, exactly. And it's that shadow that tells us what time of day it is. So you can see at the moment, this shadow is hitting just in between the 2:30 mark and the 2:15 mark.
So it looks about maybe 2:40, maybe?
Yeah, it'd be about 2:40, almost 2:45, I'd say.
Should I have a little check?
Yeah, go for it.
2:40.
There you go.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
So
it's really
accurate.
cool. It's very accurate. They're made that way, and it's all about where you put them.
Yeah.
You see, where you put them has to be somewhere where it gets sunlight all the time.
Okay.
So you can't have any trees or shade or shadows anywhere. And also, it's got to be facing in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because remember, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west.
Yep.
So we got to make sure that the sundial is pointing towards the north at this end, because we get east on this side and west on this side.
Wow.
Yeah. And the other really cool thing is these numbers here. See here we've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And over here we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
So the numbers aren't in a circle like they are on your watch.
No.
Because the sun doesn't move in a circle.
Oh, that makes sense. And it makes sense that there's no numbers here because there can't be shadows when there's no light.
Exactly. So the nighttime hours when there's no sun, you can't use the sundial. So there's no numbers for nighttime. It's all for the morning and the night, the evening.
Wow. So when they used this, they couldn't really tell what the time was at night.
No, they couldn't. They used
Okay.
to use the stars to tell what the time was at night.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool, hey?
Thanks so much for showing me this.
That's alright, but I've got an even better one to show you.
What?
Yeah, come with me.
That's awesome. So in this one, we judge the time by human figures.
Yeah, so this is called the sundial of human involvement. And instead of a piece of metal, we use a person, like you.
Awesome. Okay, so here we've got all the different dates. I've got to find the date. So today is the 17th of May.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 16th of May is right there. So
Yep.
that's pretty close.
Yep, so step up with your toes on that line. That's right, and facing forward.
And
And,
then-
now put your hands above your head. Excellent. And look at where your shadow's pointing.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's pretty cool, hey? And the best thing is that if you look at the shadows over here, your shadow is just about 3/4 of the way between 2 and 3.
So around 2:45.
Yep. And guess what time it is?
Let me have a look. Oh my goodness, 2:45. This is amazing.
It's a really accurate.
Wow, it's so accurate. And the reason that they're more together is because they're the morning and they're the afternoon.
Because of the sun rising in the
east and setting in the west.
Exactly.
Wow, and we can do that by our figures.
Yep. And you'll
Awesome.
notice how you're closer to the 12 where you're standing than you are to the 7s or the 5s.
Yeah.
And that's because you're a shorter shadow when it's 12.
Oh. And so would it be longer in the afternoon?
Yeah, because the sun is going down.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, sundials are pretty cool. And you know what? Probably make your own in your own backyard.
Really?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it'd be
I
pretty
think everyone should try it.
I reckon so.
Everything is wonderful, everything is great. Free as a bird, singing outside my window pane. Got a fresh new start, it's a brand new day. And I got lots of love to give away. It don't matter if it's raining, nothing can faze me. I'll make my own sunshine. And if you think you can break me, baby, you're crazy.
Lisa, sundials work because during the day the sun moves across the sky from east to west. This makes shadows appear to move. Now it's really cool because the shadow position depends on where the sun is in the sky. So for example, in the morning, the sun is at the east and the shadows are therefore in the west. And the numbers are then on the right. And then in the afternoon, the sun is in the west, so the shadows are then in the east, which means our numbers will be on the left. So therefore we can use shadows and numbers to tell us what the time is.
That's right. It's really clever, hey?
Yeah, it's awesome. Except, Lisa, I don't know if I really want to be carrying around a big sundial with me to tell the time. So we've discovered a sundial that tells the time. We've also looked at a sundial of human involvement, that instead of using a piece of metal, it used a person like me to tell the time. Now let's get you to do some more thinking and understanding about sundials. Do the following activities and then you can go and make your own sundial.